them, they achieve it. But if money's the only motivator, then it stops. You know what I mean? So I'm interested to hear your thoughts about how you create new angst within yourself to keep going forward. You know what I mean? Like, what gives you continuous drive?
Well, like, what gives me continuous drive is like, I had a hard life growing up, and I have children and a wife now, so it gives me more reason to want to do better for them and give them the life that I didn't have. So, and I want them to be able to see things. Because in my life growing up, I didn't get to do a lot of things that I'm doing now, and I want to be able to do that for my kids too. And there's other things that I want to do. Like, there's so many different communities that I want to go out and help. And I want to make a difference and make changes in places. There's like in the Philippines, there's schools that don't have books and stuff. I want to be able to go give them books, because that smallest gesture can mean so much to somebody else. And that's what I want to do, because it makes me feel good as a person. So there's things I want to do with my family, my parents. I want better for them, and my brothers and sisters, all that. I feel like, it's not really my place, but I have the means to do so because I have the drive to want it,
Yeah. That's it. What you're describing is the why, and that's where I'm getting that angst from, is like, for every dream you have to have a why. And if the why is big enough, you'll figure the dream out. You know what I mean? But if the why is not big enough, it's kind of like on my car right now, there's a battery for a car. But if I hooked a Duracell to it, a little AA or a little C battery, that shit ain't going nowhere. You know what I mean?
Nowhere.
Because the battery is not big enough to fuel the car.
Yeah.
And that's the same way. It's like some people have these huge dreams, right? Like you talk to them and they just have vision. They're like, yeah, I want to do this and I want to do that. And it's like, man, that is beautiful. But in order to do that, you have to have a bigger battery. You have to have something that charges that dream. You know what I mean? And actually makes that dream go. And there's some people who, man, they have big dreams, have big goals, have big ambitions, but the battery's not there. And so that why, I think, is what fuels that battery. You know what I mean?
That's true. Yeah.
So I love the fact that it wasn't just one thing. I love the fact that you just started naming all kinds of stuff, because I think that's it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and that's what keeps me going, because I've never been the type of person that's like, all right, I have something to prove, I've never been like that. But right now in my life, it's like I'm at a point to where I'm like, you know what, I'm almost there. I got my foot in the door, and I'm never gonna stop even when I do get there, So it's kind of like I just got to keep going. I can't quit. I have no reason to quit, and I never will. I'll quit until the day that I'm dead, and that's when I'll quit, because like I said, there's just so many things that I have planned, man. I have plans, I have goals, and there's so much that I want, because like I see people, I see people, and there's people that go through things, and I know they can get out of that. There's a lot of people that I want to help. Like I said, I know it's not my place, but as a person, I feel like that's what God put me here for.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm gonna do, and I'm gonna do everything I can to get there.
Absolutely, man.